Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mr. English Clips. Before we start today's fun lesson, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Mr. English Clips. Your support helps our English family grow every single day, and it motivates us to make more and more helpful lessons for you. All right. Today, we are talking about something really important and super useful for everyday conversation. We are learning how to talk about the future in English easily, naturally, and confidently. So, Michael, are you ready for the future?
Oh, I'm always ready for the future, Emily. In the future, I think I will be a superhero. I will save English learners around the world. My superpower will be correcting grammar mistakes with just one look.
Well, that actually sounds kind of useful. Imagine someone says, he go to school tomorrow, and then suddenly Super Michael flies in and says, no, he will go to school tomorrow. Boom! Problem solved.
Exactly. And then I fly away dramatically with my cape blowing in the wind. But jokes aside, today's lesson really is important because English speakers use many different forms to talk about the future, not just will. And if you understand the difference, you'll sound much more natural.
So let's start by giving our viewers some simple examples. One of the easiest ways to talk about the future is with will. We use will for decisions made in the moment, offers, promises, and predictions. For example, if someone is calling me right now, I can say, I'll answer it. That is a decision made at the moment.
Exactly. But if you planned something already, then you probably won't use will. Instead, you can use going to. For example, if I bought a plane ticket last week, I can say, I'm going to travel next month. It's already in my plans. I'm not deciding right now. It's something prepared.
And there's another supernatural way, which is using the present continuous. If you say, I'm meeting my friend tomorrow, it means the plan is very specific, very arranged. Maybe the time is fixed too. So we have three common ways already: will, going to, and the present continuous.
And there's a fourth one that students sometimes forget, the simple present for schedules and timetables. For example, my class starts at 8 a.m. tomorrow. We use it for events that follow a schedule like buses, flights, school, work timetables, and so on.
Exactly. So we have all these options, and today we'll show you how to use them easily, naturally, and with confidence. And don't worry, we will also add some fun role-playing conversations to help you practice. But first, Michael, let's give some everyday examples. For instance, I will help you with your homework is something you say when you decide in the moment.
And I'm going to study English tonight means you already planned it. You're not deciding now, you're telling your future intention.
And if you want to talk about appointments, you can say something like, I'm seeing the doctor tomorrow. Simple and natural.
And for schedules, something like, the movie starts at 7. even if the movie is tomorrow. It's still a schedule, so we use the simple present.
So let's do a little imaginary story. I'll start. Tomorrow, I'm going to visit my cousin. We already made the plan last week, so I'm using going to.
And while Emily is visiting her cousin, I will probably be at home eating pizza and watching a documentary about why cats think they own the world.
Well, they do own the world, let's be honest. But now, let's give our viewers a fun role play. Are you ready, Michael?
I'm always ready. Unless the role play involves dancing. If it involves dancing, I need at least 15 minutes to mentally prepare.
No dancing today. This is a simple future plan conversation. Here we go.
Great, let's do it.
Hi, Michael. What are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I'm going to visit my parents on Saturday. We planned it a few days ago. What about you?
I think I'll go shopping. I didn't plan it yet, but I feel like buying something new.
Sounds good. And what time does your English class start tomorrow?
It starts at 9 a.m. I need to wake up early.
Ouch, that's too early for me. I will sleep until 10.
You always sleep too much.
That's because my future self needs energy.
Whatever you say, Michael. But did you see how we used all the future forms in one conversation? We used going to, will, present continuous, and even the simple present for a schedule.
That's right. And this kind of variety makes your English sound natural and fluent. Now, Emily, how about we teach some common phrases people use when talking about the future?
Great idea. Some easy phrases include I'm planning to, I hope to, I want to, I might, and I'm thinking about. These phrases help you talk about goals, dreams, and future possibilities.
Let me give some examples. I'm planning to start a new hobby next month. I hope to visit another country this year. I might buy a new phone. And one of my favorites, I'm thinking about getting a pet turtle. The turtle's name will be Mr. Speedy.
Mr. Speedy, really?
Yes, even if he's slow, the name will motivate him.
I'm not sure it works like that, Michael. But those are great examples. And learners should remember combining different future phrases makes your speaking more colorful and interesting.
Now let's do another role play. This time, let's act like we're planning a trip.
Perfect. I'll start again. Hi, Michael. Are you free next month? I'm planning to travel to the mountains.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I will come with you. I just decided right now. What are you going to do there?
I'm going to relax, enjoy nature, maybe take some beautiful photos. And you?
Well, I'm thinking about trying hiking for the first time. If I don't fall off a mountain, it will be a successful trip.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you survive.
Thank you, Emily. My future self appreciates that.
And I think the bus leaves at 8 in the morning, so we need to wake up early.
Then I will bring extra coffee. Lots of coffee.
See, so many future forms in a single natural conversation. This is exactly how native speakers talk.
And the best part is, you don't need to memorize complicated rules. You just need to practice, listen, and repeat. Soon, your brain will automatically choose the correct future form.
And speaking of the future, let's teach some more advanced expressions, but in a simple way. For example, I'm about to. This means something will happen very soon. Like, I'm about to start my English lesson. Or, the bus is about to leave.
And another one is I'll probably, which means you're not sure, but you think something will happen. For example, I'll probably watch a movie tonight. It's a guess, but a strong guess.
Exactly. Now, let's imagine another mini role play using these advanced expressions.
All right, let's do it.
Hi, Michael. Are you busy right now?
Yeah, I'm about to start cooking dinner. What's up?
I wanted to ask if you're coming to the team meeting tomorrow.
I'll probably be there unless I sleep too late.
I knew it. Well, the meeting starts at 10, so please don't be late.
I'll try my best. Future Michael is very responsible. Present Michael, not so much.
You're impossible sometimes. But thank you for the examples.
Anytime. Now let's finish with one more fun conversation. Let's pretend we're in the year 2050.
All right. Hello, Michael. In the year 2050, I'm going to travel to Mars for my vacation.
That's cool. I will stay on Earth because I don't like space food. But by 2050, I'll probably have a robot assistant who cooks pizza for me every day.
That sounds like a terrible diet, but okay. And I think by 2050, students will learn English with holograms.
And I think by 2050, English books will fly to you when you call them. Like, come here, grammar book, and it flies into your hand.
You watch way too many science fiction movies.
Maybe. But the future is full of surprises.
And our students will be ready to talk about the future because they're learning all the right phrases today. So, everyone watching, remember, practice all the forms. Use will for instant decisions and predictions. Use going to for plans. Use the present continuous for fixed arrangements. Use the simple present for schedules. And use extra phrases like I'm planning to, I hope to, I'll probably, and I'm about to.
And don't forget to practice with friends or family. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. And I promise, future you will thank you for practicing today.
Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this lesson, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Mr. English Clips. We upload simple, fun, and helpful English lessons every week.
And now, I will go prepare my superhero costume.
Please don't.
Too late. I'm going to wear it now.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you in the future.